boys and girls, welcome back to another episode of Baker Barbecue. We are doing some fun stuff today. We got a really special video today. We're doing the UDS Brotherhood collaboration. This is fun. This is going to be fun stuff. The rules are simple and the game is fun. It's really easy actually. Basically the idea is we're smoking a pork butt on a homemade UDS. And have to make one side to go with it. Pretty simple, right? I thought so. So that's what we're gonna do. So we've got just a small little 4-pound pork butt we're gonna smoke up on our UDS. We're gonna make some barbecue baked lima beans to go with it. And we're going to kick it up a notch, and we're going to make our own homemade special barbecue sauce to go with everything that we're going to use to cook our baked lima beans, as well as drizzle onto our pork butt when we make our sandwiches. It's going to be super yummy. It's never tried this barbecue sauce before. It's what we're doing. Hear me out, guys. Listen to this. Sounds good to me. I'm pretty excited about it. Strawberry hot pepper barbecue sauce. Sounds interesting. I think it sounds good. I think it's going to be yummy. We're going to give it a shot. We do have some store-bought barbecue sauce as sort of backup, just in case, you know, we mess it up. Or it doesn't come out quite as good as it sounds in my head. But we'll see. So, as part of the video, let me show you and tell you about my very special and unique ugly drum smoker. Stay tuned, I'll be right back. Right, look at that, guys. There is my UDS. Now, I did not build this one myself. I actually bought this one from a guy on, I forget, online somewhere, Craigslist or Facebook Marketplace. Something, you know, not far from my house. He had it online. I think I gave him $125 for it. And he threw in a whole bunch of extra grill grates, the Weber 22-inch grill grates that he used. I think he threw in like 4 or 5 extra of those. So it was a really good deal. Let me show you, get you up close here a little bit. Winter's been rough on the lid. This used to be black, but hey, as the name indicates, a UDS, ugly drum smoker. Mine is getting uglier and uglier by the day, and I love it. We might end up actually have to scrape some of this stuff off though, because I don't know. Probably should. We'll see. All right. So as far as the outside, there's my exhaust. Got a little screw-on cap to keep the elements and critters out when I'm not using it. My intakes down here are just ball valves. That's full open. That's full close. I usually run it pretty right about halfway open. Gives me a nice 250 to 275 pretty consistently, I found. So that's usually where I run it. And I've got 3 of those. 1, 2, 3. So that's how we get our intake there. This is the thermometer that was on it, that the guy had on it. You can see there's a little moisture in there, but I use this in conjunction with my ThermPro. You can see right there's a hole, and that's perfect. My ThermPro probes go right in that hole perfectly. I get like no smoke loss because the actual wires that plug the hole up pretty good. So it works out great. I guess the guy that built this was a Ford man. I'm not really for or against Ford, but just haven't taken it off. That's all. I want to take it off at some point, make a new plate with my Baker Barbecue logo on there. That's future plans. So, let's open this up. Let's open this guy up. Show you what it looks like on the inside. Woo-hoo! Look at that. Grill grate number 1. And I've got the clapper grate on there. And we'll get this guy. Sorry guys, had to put my Danny Glover on. So pull that out, and then there's a second grate. I have actually not done any cooking where I needed to put food on that second grate. I usually just shove it in there just because, I don't know what else to do with it when I'm cooking. A lot of times I will use a water pan or something, or just a pan for almost like as a diffuser plate. But I just kind of leave that guy in there. And there's the motor. There she is. That's my charcoal basket. My handy dandy little grabber. See? Grab my thing. It's just a bent paint roller handle. Now, as you can see, there's still a lot of charcoal. We'll just move this over to our Weber here and give you guys a show. See, that's actually all the leftover charcoal and wood from my last cook. But you can see it's pretty simple. It's just I don't know, some type of metal wire grate or something that's, or sheeting or something that's sort of been rolled and then bolted together. And the legs, just bolts, that's all. I would like to at some point put some type of plate that can act as a ash catcher, because right now you can see all the ash just is down there, and I gotta pick this guy up and dump it out, or figure some way to get it scooped out. It's kind of a pain, but it's not too bad. But I would like to have an ash catcher down there. Now, the only thing that I've actually done to this since I owned it is I added this wire. So I don't know how this guy was getting his charcoal basket down in the UDS, but I figured I wanted a wire on there, so I just got these little, I don't know, these little wire clampy clasper things and steel wire, and I wired it up there and bent my paint roller handle to act as my grabber hook, so when the coals are hot, I just bring it on over, drop it down in there, and we're good to go. And then if for any reason I do need to get the basket out when it's hot, I can just do the same thing. Most of the time, if I'm taking it out, it's cold, I just reach down and grab it with my hands. But works pretty good. Now again, like I said, I did not build this. The guy that I bought it from didn't build it. But I think I remember him saying that he did buy it from the guy that built it, and he had it for about a year and just didn't really use it as much as he thought he would. So wanted to get rid of it. So I think for 125 bucks, I didn't do too awful bad. And I use this thing a lot. It has actually very quickly become my favorite smoker. So there it is, guys. There's my UDS. Let's get inside and start some cooking. Stay with me. Alright guys, we're back indoors. We are getting ready to season up our pork butt. We're just working with a little 4-pound pork butt, nothing too special. You know, looks pretty good, just like any old regular pork butt should look, I suppose. So we're gonna season this guy up. But before we go any further, I did mention in the very beginning of this video, this is the UDS Brotherhood collaboration. So I wanted to give a quick shout out to the 5 other guys that are doing the same similar video. And we're talking about Robert over at Big Lew BBQ and other things he likes to do. We got David over at Kajun Cravings, and Lewis at Our Shack Barbecue. Let's see, Mike at River City Barbecue. And last but certainly not least, we've got Kenneth at What's New Barbecue. I'll have links down in my description to each and every one of their channels. They're all great guys, all great cooks, great just all-around channels, very entertaining. Go check them out, guys. So, now that's out of the way. Let's get some seasoning on this pork butt. So what I'm using today, just a little store-bought seasoning, Kinder's brand mild barbecue rub. We actually just picked this up at a local grocery store. Checked it out, opened it up, smelled it. It smells really good. So this is going to be our first cook on this.
The nose knows.
The nose knows. So we're just going to sprinkle some of that stuff right on our butt. Get rubbed in good. Ooh, that does smell good. I'm not mad at that at all. me personally, I am not afraid to get liberal with the rub. I like a nice, healthy bark on my pork butts when they smoke. I just think it's the texture that you get from that bark is a really important part of the whole overall experience when you talk about pulled pork and smoking a pork butt. So I like to make sure we get a really nice bark on there. Get that seasoning everywhere. Look at that. Look at how good that's looking. Alright. Alright, so that's done. We're going to let that sit for a little while we get some other stuff ready. And we'll be throwing that on our UDS in just a little while, guys. Stay tuned. We're going to show you some more stuff, getting the beans ready, stuff like that. So don't go anywhere. I'll be right back. Alright, guys. We are back and we're starting our sauce. Our sweet and spicy strawberry and hot pepper barbecue sauce. I know it doesn't look like sauce right now, but look at those serrano peppers. We're just dry roasting them in our cast iron pan right now. And I know we're cheating, we're doing stuff indoors, but you know what? Sometimes it's just easier, and that's what we do. So there's our base, what we're starting with. We've got some onions, some green and red pepper, some garlic in there. Just cooking down in some EVOO. This is going to be good sauce. We've got, we're doing all this completely homemade. We're not using ketchup. We are starting with our base, our peppers, some tomatoes. This is going to be good stuff, guys. Look at the way those peppers are roasting up. Nice and beautiful. This is going to be good stuff. Camera girl's over there stirring up the onions and peppers.
Put some barbecue seasoning in there too now. But we're going to add some white sugar, some crushed tomatoes, some tomato sauce, and some apple cider vinegar. We're going to have that cook for a long time.
It's going to be good stuff, guys. This is what we're working with right now. And we got a lot more to do tonight, so you guys stick with me because we're going to be jumping around a lot and showing you different things at different times. It's there's nothing going to be, you know, we're doing this, then we're doing this, then we're doing this. We're jumping around like a Quentin Tarantino movie over here, baby. So you guys are going to have to hang with me. I hope you like it. Stay tuned. We'll be back. Guys, we got some more stuff to show you. We took the serrano peppers out of that dry cast iron, put them in our barbecue sauce, put the tomatoes in there with the onions and the peppers and everything we had. Oh, it's looking good. It is tasty. It's a little spicy. It needs the sweetness from the strawberries. And, oh, we put some apple cider vinegar in there. It's going to be good. But right now, I'm prepping stuff for the baked beans, too. I told you, we're doing all sorts of crazy stuff all at the same time. It's going to be so weird. But you stay with me, and it'll be worth it, I promise you. So let me show you what I got going on right now. I'll be right back. Look at that. Peppers and onions. Now, I just fried some bacon in that for the beans. And then with the bacon grease, we just threw the peppers and onions right in there. And that's going in the baked beans too. And this is the same pan that we did the serrano peppers in. So we still got a little bit of the heat from that. And now the sauce, oh, look at that, boiling up. We haven't even added much sweetener to it, just a little white sugar so far. But, man, that's got the vinegar and the heat for the peppers and the flavor from all that base and the tomatoes. This is going to be good stuff, guys. I am pretty confident about that right now. So, I got to go stir that. So, I'm going to show you more in just a few minutes. Stay tuned. Alright, here we are, guys. I wanted to show you what I was doing. We took our lima beans and we added them right to all those peppers and onions and garlic. So good. Look at that. We're going to let that saute and just marry together, get those flavors looking good together, and then we're going to add our sauce and make the actual baked beans. But what we did is we actually started with just dry lima beans, and we put them in our Instant Pot right now, and we just cooked them for about 42 minutes. We put the, the dry bean setting and just let them cook, and that's how we did it, and they worked out perfectly. So that's what we are left with right now. And once we add our barbecue sauce to that and put it in our pan and then put that on our UDS is the idea, this should be freaking yummy. Family friendly channel, guys. I'm sorry. I apologize for that. It slipped. I'm just that excited about how good it's going to be. Look, there's our barbecue sauce. Yummy stuff, guys. Stick with me. Hold on. I'll be back. Hey, guys. Welcome back to Vegan Barbecue. We're finishing up our sauce. It's been sauteing. Now, we did take some of this out of here.
Would be the proper word.
We took some of it out of there because it looked like it was more than we were going to use. More than our strawberries could actually sweeten and balance properly. So we took a little bit out, and now we're using this. This is it's an all fruit jam. No sugar added. There's nothing in there but strawberries and a little bit of other fruit juices. I think there's some apple,
pineapple, and pear. I think.
Yeah, grape, pineapple, and pear.
Yeah.
Juices to help stabilize the jam or whatever. I don't know. Some pectin, because that's how you make jam. I don't know.
We're not making jam. We're making barbecue sauce.
But the point is, we couldn't find any actually fresh strawberries to do this. So this is the next best thing. So we're just going to take this, and we're going to put the whole jar. We're going to put it all in there.
We did put some sauce aside, and we can always add to it if it's too sweet.
Mm-hmm.
But you can't take away if it's not sweet enough, so, wing it, people. Wing it.
That's why I have Camera Girl as my beautiful assistant, because she knows stuff that I don't know. I don't know things. Guys, if you knew anything, if you've learned anything from watching my channel, I just wing it. And I'm doing the same thing right now. This is a new thing that I just thought sounded good, and I'm trying it. And it might turn out great. It might turn out horrible. It might be somewhere in between. I don't
But it's
even
okay.
know.
We have backup sauce, and we have store-bought sauce. So worst case scenario,
right.
this
Right,
video will end a completely different way.
That's all the strawberries. I think I got it all out there.
I don't know. Girls, I see more in there. He's terrible at that.
Oh, wow.
Come on.
That's really good.
This is about the barbecue sauce, not the jelly.
Alright, so we're going to mix this up. Now what we're going to do is we're actually going to let this sit for a few minutes, because that sauce has a nice spicy flavor to it. Nice barbecue flavor.
It's flavored really nicely, right?
And we don't know how much sweetness we're going to need to add, or even tartness if we need to add more vinegar to it. We don't know yet. So we're going to mix this strawberry jam that was in there. We're going to mix that in really good and let that simmer for a few minutes. And then we're going to taste it. And then we're going to figure out what else we need to add to it.
We're going to go, right now, basics would be vinegar, apple cider vinegar, brown sugar.
Mm-hmm.
Get the sweet and tart stabilized.
And we are going to get those chunks out of there.
The flavors are there. The flavors are already there.
We are going to get those chunks out of there. We have an immersion blender. We're going to get those chunks out of there. But right now, guys, we are just minutes away from lighting our UDS. So stick with me. I know everybody is waiting for the charcoal lit on fire and the flames going. Oh, that's the good stuff. I will show you that. We'll be right back. Stay tuned. Oh, here we are, guys. We got 2 of those Weber cubes, the paraffin wax Weber lighter cubes. That's what I use to light my charcoal in my chimney. Look at that smoke. Oh, it's going to be fire coming out of there soon, though. I just lit this, so this is early stage. Once that gets lit and going good, we're going to transfer that right over to our basket. Now, I use the, I guess, a type of version of the minion method, where I stack the, I know the light's bad, guys. I am really sorry about that. There, I just went in front of the light. You can see I've got like a crevice or a divot right there in the center, and the charcoal and wood stacked around the sides, and I put my hot charcoal right there in the center. So I guess it's sort of a version of the minion method, and that's what that's pretty much what I use exclusively in my UDS, and it works really great. I get a lot of cook time with my charcoal and wood, and it just works out so great. So, oh, look at that flame. Look at that smoke. Oh, that's a beautiful thing, guys. I love it. We're gonna let that get ready to cook, and we're about to put some pork on. Oh, it's gonna be good stuff. Stay tuned, guys. We got more to show you. Oh, here we are, guys. This is what we've been waiting for. Sorry for the shaky camera work, but I'm trying to do camera in one hand and putting the charcoal in the UDS with the other. And oh, we hit a nail. Look at that. Look at that glow. That's beautiful. That is charcoal in our UDS. We're going to put some pork on. Oh my goodness. It's going to be yummy and delicious. Guys, I'll be right back. We're putting pork on. Right. There we go, guys. Again, I know the light's not great. I'm sorry for that. Look at that pork butt seasoned up nice and juicy, good and yummy. Flame down there. Just heating up that UDS. Now I got my ThermPro hooked up. You can see the wires there a little bit. It's not quite hooked up yet. You can see they're just dangling there, but I'm gonna hook them up. As soon as I put that lid on that UDS, it's gonna hook up. We're gonna monitor our temperature, and we're gonna cook this guy delicious. We will be back in just a few minutes, guys. Hey guys, welcome to morning time. It was pretty dark the last time I saw you guys, and we've had our pork butt sitting on our smoker overnight. It went on, it was pretty close to 1 o'clock. It was dark and late, and it's about 7:30 now. We've had this thing cooking. It stayed pretty steady, right about 250 where we like it. Our internal temperature on our pork butt right now is about 125, so we still got a little ways to go. But we got our beans on, and we just put them on there, so I'm going to show you what our pork butt's looking like right now at 125 internal temperature, and what our beans look like. We mixed our sweet and spicy barbecue sauce with our lima beans, mixed some of that crumbled bacon up in it, and it's sitting on there cooking. It's looking pretty good. Let me show you guys everything we got going right now. Alrighty, guys, here we are. Let's take a look here. There's our beans, are looking pretty good. They're cooking up nice, getting nice and hot. I think they're going to be pretty yummy. I'm excited about those guys. Then our pork. We got a really nice bark developing there, some nice color going. It's looking pretty yummy. I'm excited about this. We're going to close everything down and just let stuff keep cooking until everything's done. Now, I know a lot of guys wrap their pork butts. I've actually found that I like the bark and the flavor and texture and everything better without wrapping it. So I just keep it right on that rack and keep it cooking until it's done. Try to pull it between 198 to 200 internal temperature. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to do the same thing with this guy. We got we got some smoking heat developing there, so we got to get stuff closed down, guys. We'll be back in just a little while. Alright guys, we are back outside. It is about 9:30, I think. Almost 10 maybe. And everything is done. Our beans are looking delicious. Our pork is a perfect 202 right now. Let me show you how everything looks actually on the grill. I'm about to pull it all off. It's going to be so good. Alright, here we go guys. Those beans are bubbling, looking delicious. I gave them a little taste test. They are spicy and sweet. And man, they're just really, really, really good. Look here, we are. Perfect 202. That guy is gonna be yummy. We got some super flames going on down there. We gotta get this stuff off of here. So I'm gonna pull everything. We're gonna let everything rest. And then we're gonna shred up some pork. And we're gonna do some taste testing in just a little while, guys. We're almost done. Stay with me. Alright, guys. We are just about done. We got our beans and our pork nice and rested. Got a nice bark on that. It just looks so good. We've been resting this guy now for, I'd say, about 3 hours. Beans are rested too. They've got a nice texture to them. They are looking good. We gotta pull this guy apart, shred it up, make some pulled pork out of that guy, and then we're going to make some sandwiches and do our taste test. So we'll be back in just a minute. Alright guys, we have made it. It's time to make a sandwich. Look at this pork, we pulled that apart. This is really, really good. We got a nice texture, nice bark, nice soft meat. The meat is just absolutely delicious. Wow. It's pretty amazing, guys. We're going to make a sandwich. We're going to take some of this meat, pop it on the bun. A little bit more meat, pop it on the bun. A little bit more meat, pop it on the bun. Alright. Now, because I'm such the genius that I am, and last night was a really late night, I forgot to put my barbecue sauce away that I made. Luckily, I did have it using the beans, but I left it out, and I don't feel comfortable using it as a sauce on my pork. So we just got some store-bought Famous Dave's sweet and zesty sauce. We're gonna just drizzle a little bit of that on there. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I like a little coleslaw on mine. You guys like my coleslaw container? Specially designed, patent pending. Got a little bit of coleslaw. Pop that right on top there. That is a barbecue sandwich fit for a barbecue king. But don't forget our beans, right guys? Ooh, pop our top. Pop, right. We went through all the trouble of making these beans. We gotta make sure we spill some on the counter. And actually eat a few too. Alright, let's try these beans.
Let's look at them close.
They've got a nice texture. They smell really good. Wow. Wow. I'll tell you what, guys. The strawberry in that sauce works so well. It's amazing. I'm actually a little surprised at it. The serrano peppers, there's a lot of heat in those beans. Those are spicy. They're going to hurt me. Next time I do something like that, I think I'll definitely will throttle back on the serrano peppers a little bit. But other than that, I mean, the flavor is great. The texture of the beans, you still got some crunchiness to the bacon in there. It's a lot going on, and it works really, really well. Don't be afraid to play with fruits in things that, you know, you wouldn't normally do. And this is just something I said, what kind of fruit can we use? Me and Camera Girl sat and thought about it for a little while, and we landed on strawberries. So that's what we did. All right. We got to try this sandwich, though, don't we, guys? I'm gonna tell you what. In the barbecue world, for me, there's not much better than a good smoked pork butt, pulled pork, barbecue sauce, and coleslaw on a bun. It really does not get much better than that. So I'm gonna go finish eating. We're gonna wrap it up here for the UDS Brotherhood collaboration pulled pork. Mission accomplished. Can't wait to see you guys' videos. Make sure to subscribe to Baker BBQ if you haven't already. And that's about it. Enjoy your meal. I know I'm gonna. See you next time.